just enough time to do 2 runs. So I want to get 2 runs done, and I'm really hoping to beat that time I set yesterday. So let's dive straight into it. Like I said, I did a lot of practicing. I ran through Battle Above Teleran. I ran through Blockade of Chandrila. Battle of Calamari.
Take your boosters. Luke, I think we've got a problem. Is that my imagination, or are those Imperial probe droids dead ahead? They're attacking home?
I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty confident. I've been playing this a lot today. I've probably put in like 3 or 4 hours today. Alright, let's get this. I missed it. That's okay. That's okay. I don't need to get that clip super badly. You know, like that's not a huge priority for me. It's a little bit of time lost, but I don't think the world record time is competitive enough that that is a necessary skip to get. I've also been routing 100% a fair bit. I've been having a look at the way that I want to do 100%. So I started looking at some levels. I kind of started from the start and worked my way through the first, I think 5 or 6 levels I got through. The first 4 are all really straightforward. Ambush at Mos Eisley, Rendezvous Barkesh, the Search for the Nona, and Defection at Corellia. They're all really straightforward to route, but the Jade Moon is a really complex level. Mainly because it's not linear. Those other levels I mentioned are all fairly linear. The enemies spawn at specific points at specific times. It's really easy to predict their movement. But the Jade Moon, all of the enemies are kind of spread all over the map, and most of them start off in their position when the game starts. So routing that level is like giving someone an open world game and telling them to beat it, but it's not just that, it's beat it as quickly as possible. And no one else is even thinking about 100% at the moment, so I'm really the only person kind of interested in routing those levels and thinking about how to play those. And yeah, the Jade Moon was the first real test, so I probably played it 10, 15 times today, just going over and over and over, specifically trying to get a gold medal. And it's tough. The gold medal requirements for that level is like 50 enemies, I think. 50 or 45, something like that. And when you're presented with this open world level and you've got to go and kill a specific amount of enemies in no particular order, it's kind of like being thrown into the deep end of a pool. Like, yeah, it's crazy because you've just got so many options. So I found a pretty reliable route. It's fairly fast, I think, and I thought I was doing pretty good. You know, I've routed the first 5 levels. 5 levels? 6 levels. Jade Moon is 6th. I routed the first 6 levels, and I was, you know, consistently getting gold medals, and I was excited. And then I came to Imperial Construction Yards, which is the 7th level. And in this particular category, in any percent, we skip the entire level. There's over 100 enemies in that level, and we kill like 7 of them, I think. But in 100%, you have to kill, I think it's like 70 enemies or something for a gold medal. And there's a bonus hidden in the level as well, which is totally optional for any percent. So yeah, it changes the level completely, going from any percent to 100%. So I don't know what I'm going to do in that level. but routing that could take days. I mean, it's a huge level, and there's so many different ways you could go about routing it. It's funny, I'm feeling a little bit rusty in this level, which is hilarious because I played all of the other levels so much today. But this one is so straightforward and non-consequential that I didn't even... I played it once to get the gold medal on the new save file I made for 100%. I'm sure at some point I'll do 100% any vehicle as well. But the nice thing about doing 100% flat with a new save file is that it technically qualifies for 100% any vehicle. So I can do a run of 100% and get a baseline time for those two categories, which is going to be really just nice. It's just nice to kill two birds with one stone. And that's really what I'm looking for. I'm really looking for a baseline, just a kind of general idea of how fast the levels are. Or, like, not at a casual level, but non-refined. I'll do a bit of routing here and there, but I'm not expecting much from those first runs. That'll probably happen in the next couple of weeks. But in the meantime, I want to keep doing any percent in any vehicle, and I'll go back to any percent a little bit, I'm sure, as well. I really want to get those times nice and low, nice and safe, I think. Not that I'm concerned about anyone beating them, but as the world record holder, I think that they should be decent times, you know? Especially since there are so many ways that I can save time right now, in so many levels. And one of them is menuing faster, which I've been practicing, and practicing not stuffing up my splits. I'm getting there. I might end up splitting in different places and changing the way that I do that, just because it's a little uncomfortable, it's a little wonky. Like, it makes sense logistically, but physically it's not so easy. So I got good RNG for this level, which is fantastic. It means that I'm not going to lose any time here. I'm not sure if I had good RNG in my last run or not, but I guess we'll find out. If you're not aware, this particular level it's basically an auto-scroller. I spend most of the level waiting for things to happen, but the speed at which a rescue shuttle arrives to pick up the passengers stuck in this crashed ship is dependent on where the ship crashed. And there's 3 possible locations that it can crash, and this one just happens to be the fastest. So that's good for me. Obviously, this is a speed run, so getting the ship in that location is the best outcome. So now I need to wait for this shuttle to land. This is the enemy shuttle. It'll land, drop off some baddies. I'm gonna kill the baddies, and then... Alright, we're nearly there. This is a really interesting level because you need to play fast, but only in specific moments. Like right there. Need to be fast there, and fast in the next fight coming up, but the start of the level and the end of the level are pretty non-consequential. So there's the first 2 tires. There's 2 more. 2 more, and 2 more. And there's the friendly shuttle taking off that just rescued the passengers. Now, I have to wait for that shuttle to leave the level, and if I've done everything correctly, I should get a time of 3 minutes and 29 seconds. Hopefully. That's the goal here. And then after this, it's kind of like the run starts. You know, the first level's like a tutorial, basically. And the next 2 are mostly auto-scrollers, and then things really start to pick up the pace after the next couple levels. You get some really fun glitches in levels like 5, 6, and 7. 6, 7, 8. So like I said, I'm just waiting at the moment. That shuttle will get there eventually. There's nothing I can do to speed that up, so I may as well just, you know, kill time by killing tires. That was funny. I'm so clever. Nearly there. Excuse me. Alright, there we are. Easy peasy. Next up, to Affectionate Corellia. Did I save time there? I didn't actually look at the time. Someone will have to tell me in chat if I did get a 3:29 or not. I did save time, which makes me think I got bad RNG on my last run. So this level, I don't know how or why, but I lost a lot of time in my last run. And I did practice this at least once today, so hopefully I should be able to save some time here. In my practice run today, I did really well and it was really fast, so I'm hoping that I can kind of do that again and get a nice big time save here. Yeah, you can see there my possible time save is 18 seconds. That's pretty huge. Oh, I missed it. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Come on. Oh. Alright. Doing okay. Doing okay. That was not fast. I'm gonna change camera mode. I've been trying out this camera mode today. There is a glitch you can get sometimes with a particular camera, but it mostly affects faster vehicles, which this is not. So I feel okay about using this vehicle, using this camera mode for at least this vehicle. If it wasn't for the camera glitch, I would use this vehicle in every level with every vehicle. But yeah, that glitch can really stuff you up pretty badly. It's just the result of playing a game that's how old? This game's got to be getting close to like 20 years old, I think. Unfortunately, my angle was a little bit off there, so I'm a little bit slow to get to this fight. Also, the tires had really bad positioning. That sucked. Let me see if I can fix up this headset. Okay, that's better. Yeah, those tires in that last battle, they spawn in 2 groups of 2, and they start off right next to each other, but for whatever reason, they can end up diverging from each other, and you end up with these 4 TIE fighters that are just kind of all over the place, especially if you take too long to get there. It's usually not too big of an issue, but sometimes if it's really awful positioning, you just struggle. Initial release date of this game was 1998. Yeah, that's what I thought. Nearly 20 years. So here, if I get really unlucky, you'll be able to see the camera glitch. But no, it's behaving for me at the moment, which is nice. Basically, the camera doesn't keep up with the ship, and the ship runs away and gets further away from the camera until it's... Yeah, you can see it there. I almost went off the screen there.
Rogues, I've got trouble over here. They just stopped a pair of scout walkers.
Yeah, so playing a game that's, what, 18 and a half years old, um, has some serious issues. Um, and I mean, it's hard to run, and it's really easy to crash this game. It's it's not an easy game to speedrun, mainly because you can crash it pretty easily. I know of at least one way to reliably crash the game. Like, if I wanted to show you what it looks like, I could go into a level and do it right now. It's yeah. Once you know what triggers it, you can avoid those things, which is nice. But every now and then, a run will just die to the game dying. So this is the last enemy I need to destroy, and that's the whole level basically. I do want to do some more kills just to be safe, just to make sure nothing can possibly go wrong, but all in all, that level's over now. I just need to wait for another evacuation shuttle, which is a pretty common theme in this game actually. You see there, my camera was getting a little too far away from the ship, or vice versa rather, and it was becoming hard to aim just because of how misaligned it was. Oh, I'm sure the PC version worked fine back on, Windows 2000 and Windows XP, but the fact of the matter is that no one has updated the game's engine or anything since then, but we're trying to run it on much more modern computers. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it worked pretty fine on the on older operating systems. I'm not sure if a port is the right word for it though. I'm not sure how long after the Nintendo 64 version this one was released. I have a feeling it wasn't long, which makes me think that they were developed side by side. And that's the level. Yeah, so I did save some time there. Wasn't a gold split, so I did lose time, and I know where I did too, but at least I got some time back. So I'm gonna hop into the Y-Wing now. The Y-Wing has a very specific skill set that makes this level totally broken. The Y-Wing has an ion cannon, and it's the only vehicle in this level anyway that has an ion cannon. Normally, in a normal playthrough of this level, it's an escort mission, and you are supposed to escort Y-Wings to the end of the level, so they can use their ion cannons to beat the level. But if you just go ahead and get in a Y-Wing yourself, you don't need to escort anyone, you can just do the whole level yourself. So I'm going to disable this with my ion cannon, and then I'm just going to drop some bombs over here, and that's level. Good game, everybody. 41 seconds. That's like a maybe 3-minute level. Yeah, about 3 minutes normally. So onto the Jade Moon. I have been practicing this particular level with another vehicle, but I'm still not super comfortable with it. So I'm gonna use the V-Wing just for safety more than anything else. And then I'll keep practicing with the Y-Wing and with the N1 and give it another go later. You can lose a lot of time in this level if you don't destroy the TIE fighters fast enough. And the V-Wing has Seeker Cluster missiles, which can take out as many as 6 enemies instantly. Which makes it extremely safe, basically. You can't... I mean, it's almost impossible to miss. So, the N1, the Naboo Starfighter, is technically faster, but only if you're accurate enough. If you're lazy or inaccurate like I am, we'll say lazy, you can use the V-Wing and kind of skip that. But 1 minute 8 seconds was very fast for that level, so I'm still happy with it. Lost a small bit of time. Now, time for the first out of bounds glitch. In levels like this, where there's canyon walls, you can go out of bounds, and we call it canyon hopping. And hopefully, you'll see that work at least once. I'm going to try and do it twice, but chances are it'll only happen once. I'm going to take a safe route around this mountain. I don't want to be too caught out. Because I'd hate to fail the run because I got too close to that radar. Anyway, I'm just going to ride up this wall, clip through it, and basically skip half the level. Okay, so that's one of the objectives. The other objective is the one that I skipped, and hopefully the AI is doing it for me. If they fail to do it, we'll find out in a moment because I'll fail the level. The third objective is on the other side of this wall, which I didn't clip through. But, because I died where I did, hopefully I'll respawn on the other side of the wall, and I'll destroy this one building, and that's the level. Another nice fast one. That was the level I was talking about earlier. In 100%, you need to destroy 70-something enemies. In this category, you take out, what is it, four scanners and then 3 buildings. Gold split too. Probably because of my menuing. And here's the other one. Nice. Okay, so this is the other canyon skip. And this is the one that I failed in the world record run, which means I've already saved a lot of time. In my world record run, not only did I fail the clip, but I died. So I had to wait to respawn. And when I did respawn, I was in a less than optimal position. So, the setup that I have now means that I'm probably looking to save 20 seconds, maybe more in this level. Probably more actually. It's a huge time save. And that's a strategy, that particular skip came out just yesterday, thanks to a guy called, or maybe 2 days ago, thanks to a guy called Ice Cream. Oh, this is going really good. This is going really good. I got the best possible place to respawn. The final objective is just on the other side of this wall, which I'm also going to hop over. Nice, nailed it. Normally, at the end of this fight, there's a cutscene. But if I leave one of those buildings behind me intact, and come over here and destroy this area instead, I can skip the cutscene. So, this level has 2 out of bounds and a cutscene skip. But unfortunately, my blaster's burnt out. Okay, there we go. Still, huge time save there. Over my world record, and such a fun level to show off. $152. That's so fast. Rescue on Kessel. This is another level that's just super broken. Mainly because you can do this level in 20 seconds if you're fast enough. This level has a huge area with enemies all over the place, but to beat the level, you just have to hit this train. Oh no! You have to hit the train with the ion cannon, but its hitbox is generous. We'll say that. So unfortunately, I got a little too close there. Oh my goodness.
That was close. Rogue Squadron, this is General
The
Lincoln. Excellent work.
the enemies on top of the train actually hit really, really hard. So that was probably, what, 37 seconds. So I lost a bit of time there, but it's such a fast level, I'm not concerned. Prisons of Kessel is really straightforward,
Switching power to front deflector.
but you can really easily lose time in little bits here and there. It's a 7 or 8 minute level, and there's kind of maybe 6 or 7 points where you have to play quickly, and the rest of it is basically an auto scroller.
I've got a problem here.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here to find a shield generator, destroy the generator. There it is. So that's kind of the first thing. That determines how quickly you can start the actual progression of the level.
Commencing rescue.
What happens is a shuttle lands at all these prisons, and you have to protect them
Rogue Squadron, where's
so that they can rescue some prisoners.
take these ties? Thanks, Rogue Group.
But the definition of protect in this level is to kill very specific enemies, and once those enemies are dead, the level progresses. So in that case, there are a couple of TIE fighters that I had to destroy, and the moment those TIE fighters were destroyed, the level started to progress, regardless of how many other enemies were on the map at the time. And it's the same for every area in this level. So that first rescue is complete, and now they're heading to the next prison. What I'm doing is just cleaning up some enemies on the way, just trying to keep things clean, mainly just to kill time. So I'll follow the shuttle to the next area, and as soon as it lands, 2 ATSTs are going to spawn, and you need to kill one of them to progress the level. As long as that one ATST is destroyed, the level keeps going. So I'm going to line myself up perfectly so that as soon as that enemy spawns, I can kill it. Just going to come up here, get a nice wide arc, turn around, and line myself up for the kill.
Rebels located. We're on our way.
And you hear that dialogue there lets me know that I've done it correctly. I'm out of missiles, but the next little area is an auto-scroller, so after I take out some of these ties, I'm going to go and kill myself so I can get my missiles back. Because in every new life, you get your secondary weapons back. Killing myself there doesn't slow down the level because I can't speed up the rescue process. I can only start it. So my speed determines how quickly they get started, but not how long it takes them to finish.
Rescue complete.
So like I said, this entire level and the speed at which you do it is determined by each of those little, 5-10 second fights. So if you're slow on all of them, you can lose, 20-30 seconds pretty quickly. The next two areas are just groups of TIE fighters that you need to destroy. So if I've remembered correctly, and I am still pretty rusty, especially on this level, if I've remembered correctly, I'll be able to line myself up to take them out as soon as possible. And this is the reason why I've picked the vehicle I have. Like I mentioned earlier, this vehicle has Seeker cluster missiles, which means that as soon as those enemies spawn, all I have to do is press a button and they all die. And I don't even need to aim. So I believe they spawn from over here, but I'm watching my minimap just in case. Nope, I was wrong. They were behind me. But like I said... Oh no. You can see there that last missile took a minute to kind of lock on and get there, but yeah, it's nice to be able to press a button and just know that all the enemies are going to die. Unfortunately, I was mistaken about the location of the spawn. This is probably the level that I need to practice the most. I'm still pretty rusty, but it's such a long level. I hate practicing it because it's so long and so boring. If nothing else, I just need pictures of the spawn locations that I can memorize. I don't really need to play the level, I just need to know where the enemies are spawning from so I can line up my shots better. I think I remember the last one. Assuming the next one is the last one. I think so. I'm looking at the times. There's a minute and a half left in this level, so I'm assuming the last, the next prison is the last one. Yes, it is. Okay. I do remember this location. I need to come around this side and face the other way. The enemies spawn from over here, out in this wide open area. Oh, there they are. Yeah, did it. So from now on, I'm just waiting for the level to end. So I'll go and get some more kills and stuff, but it's pretty much over now. I feel pretty good about that. There were no major mistakes. I took a little bit longer to find the shield generator than I would have liked to. My angle was off at the start, which meant that it was very much out of alignment when I arrived. The shield generator spawns on the opposite side of the map to the player spawn, which means that you've got to line up your angle and just hope that you go in a straight line, but you really do. And I really need to, that's the other thing I need to practice. I need to have a look at where the shield is, have a look where the spawn is, and find a way to pick a reliable angle based on the terrain, the landmarks around me. But I don't expect to lose much time, or I mean, it's a pretty simple, straightforward level. I lost 9 seconds on my PB, but that was really rusty. I hadn't practiced the level at all before I tried that. This is the halfway point, if you're wondering. All of the best tricks are kind of done. There is one more in 3 more levels, another sequence break. Yeah, I lost a bit of time there. Oh well. I think I should save time in Battle of Teleran. I'd be disappointed if I didn't. This is one of the levels I practice the most. This is... The hardest thing about this particular level... I mean, there's a lot of things difficult about this level. I hate this level, but the setup that I'm using at the moment, one of the hardest things is the fact that there's the camera glitch, so you need to change camera immediately upon spawning. See, right there, that was the camera glitch. I had no idea where I was in relation to the enemies because the vehicle just went away from the camera too quickly and I just couldn't see what was going on. But like I was saying, the first thing you need to do is change your camera angle, but the fight starts immediately and you're thrown right into the middle of the battle. One of the big issues though is that I could use the cockpit mode. I could use first person in this level, and that would stop the camera glitch from ever happening. The camera can't get too far away from the vehicle if you're in the cockpit, but for some reason the weapon has less accuracy, or I don't even know how to describe it. It's like the weapon is less focused. So you can see that I'm using clustered shots. I synced my weapons so that instead of firing left, right, I'm using both at the same time. And that gives me the accuracy I need because that single shot burst will destroy the enemies in a single hit, which means I can be very precise and very accurate. Unfortunately though, if you're in the cockpit mode, oh man, if you're in the cockpit mode, it's not as accurate and the shots are wider apart for some reason. It's crazy and it makes no sense, but it's true. And like I was going to say, one of the worst things about that level is how easy it is to die. The enemies hit so hard on that level, and the vehicles you need to beat it are fast and light and have no shields, and it's annoying because I'd practiced that level and I was doing really well on it and I wasn't dying, but it's such a difficult level. It'd be easier if we were using vehicles with more shields, but it's just that would be too slow. But this level is another it's another auto scroller, which is nice. It's a bit of a breather. It's a very fast-paced level, but there's no kind of pressure to do it quickly. You just have to be clean and precise about it. As long as you do everything correctly, you can't lose any time. It's an auto-scroller. So it's a nice kind of break from that nightmare that is the previous level. And maybe that's just me personally because I hate that level so much, but I don't know. Other people don't seem to mind it, which I think is crazy. I think it's a nightmare. But this is nice. This is kind of relaxing, almost. It is fast-paced though. You never stop and take a break, which is really unique in this level. In every other level, there's kind of moments to breathe, and there's separate battles and separate instances and cutscenes and dialogue and stuff. In this level, it's just go, go, go. There is no time to stop.
Let's make sure they get to the landing zone intact.
Man, you can really feel the damage after that halfway point. Enemies chew through the A-wing like Pac-Man. Yeah, they do. Especially without the advanced shields. But no, it feels like there's a big difficulty spike somewhere in the last couple of levels. Like, you get out of Rescue on Kessel and it's just... or Prisons of Kessel. And everything is just... everything feels so strong all of a sudden. Anyway, I need to go back and get the shield generator because I actually failed to destroy it on my way around last time. That's better. Alright. My health is really low right now, which is really concerning. If I die here, I'm at a big risk of losing time. The only way to lose time in this level is to have... oh man. Is to have one of your ATPTs here be destroyed. This is an escort mission. And if I die here, there are TIE bombers that will start bombing my ATPTs. Which means that I cannot die. Because if one bomb hits, one of those ATPTs is being destroyed. And that's a time loss, so... I need to be very careful not to die. And also not to let them drop any bombs. I'm like one hit away from death. Maybe two. I'm going to be really careful not to attack the TIE fighters head on. I don't want to give them an opportunity to shoot me, so I'm going to flank them from the side. Make sure I stay well away from their blasters. I'm also not going over the hill because there's a missile launcher over there and it will destroy me. Now the question is that the last TIE? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, we're safe. I get this missile. Try not to get killed by it. Oh, there's two. I forgot there's two. And there's still stormtroopers on the ground that will try and kill me. But that's the whole level. Oh, thank goodness. It is intense. It's crazy because it's an auto-scroller and there's nothing you can do to speed it up, but you still have to go so quickly, even at a casual level. If you want a gold medal in this level, you have to play as fast and as accurately as I just did, which is mind-blowing because I'm speedrunning the game. But yeah, that was casual pace for a gold medal. If that was actually probably slower than you need to be. I was really missing the shield generator and going back for it was risky and dangerous, but necessary. Anyway, did I lose one? I think I lost one. I only saw 2 ATPTs, unless I'm going crazy or blind or something. Oh well, too late to worry about it now. Blockade on Chandrila. I love this next level. It's the level that I practiced the most today, so expect this to be very, very clean. I seriously ran through this level like 10, 15 times. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get to this camera mode, go after this first bomber, take out these TIEs, come around here to take out these TIEs. I have been very heavily routing this level, and I mean like very heavily. I'm going to come around here to this side and get on the other side of this mountain range. For the rest of this train section, all I need to do is take out these bombers. And you'll see, I knew exactly where and when they were going to spawn. It's not necessary as far as level completion to destroy the bombers, but I don't want them to destroy the train because that will fail the level, so I may as well do what I can to stop that from happening since I'm all the way over here. You'll notice I'm aware of every single spawn location in this level. I have been trying all day to kind of solve this level. And you'll see why when we get to the city. 2 more TIEs over here. Bang. There's some interceptors below me. There's one behind me, I don't want it to kill me. And now I'm going to fly straight up in the air because the next 2 TIEs spawn way up here. There we are, hit the skybox. There they are. And these are the last 2 I'm going to destroy. There are 2 more, but I'm actually going to ignore them. I'm going to head straight over to the city. The reason why is because there's a sequence break. I can skip a cutscene if I get to the city in time and destroy a couple of enemies, 3 enemies, within like half a second of them spawning before the cutscene starts playing. So I'm lining myself up with the left side of the city. There's the mountain I'm looking for. I'm going to turn right. There are the buildings I'm looking for. And there are the TIEs. So I hit the missile, you look in the corner, the AT-STs spawned. This is a different cutscene that you're looking at now. So I just skipped a cutscene, skipped an entire fight, and started playing a second cutscene. And that's like an entire minute of time save. It's a huge time save. So, I'm going to take out these AT-STs. I'm going to use missiles to do it because my cannon's burnt out. Like I said, I love this level. I love that time save. It's just fun. It looks crazy. It makes no sense. While I'm waiting for that evacuation shuttle, like I said, common theme in this game, I'm going to come over here and just kill an ATST and pick up a bonus because I can, and it's free. Now, there is another cutscene in this level that you can theoretically skip using the same trick, but no one's ever done it. This same trick where we shoot a Seeker cluster missile on the frame that enemies spawn and skip a cutscene, we actually use that same trick in Ambush at Mos Eisley. I'm going to ignore those ties, I don't need to kill them. And we use it once here, but theoretically you can use it twice. So I'm lining myself up, waiting for a spawn. Nah. Nah. I saw it on the map. I saw the enemies on the minimap. But the cutscene starts the next frame, so it's crazy. It's nigh impossible, but if anyone ever does it, it's, you know, another, what, 20 seconds saved? That would be a huge, huge deal if anyone proved that that's possible. Theoretically, it should be. We hope it's possible, but no one's ever done it. Alright, I'm gonna pick the Naboo Starfighter for this level. That was a gold split. That was a huge, huge time save. You can probably tell that I did not get that sequence break in my previous attempt. Trying to sort out this camera mode. Okay, I think we're good. This level is very fast with this vehicle, but very dangerous. When you normally do this level, you're using the strongest vehicle with the most shields and the most health, and it's pretty straightforward because it's also a bomber, so you're high in the air, you're away from the enemy fire. Doing the level like this with a fast light vehicle with little shields close to the enemy fire on the ground is suicidal, if nothing else. But it's very fast if you don't die. And I'm just hoping that I'm not going to die. But it's going to be close. Oh. Okay. Still alive. Still alive. Okay. I changed to this camera mode so I can see if any missiles come up behind me, because if they do, I want to dodge them very quickly. I don't expect this to... I expect to lose time here. I feel like I was a little bit slow, and I could still die, maybe. Oh, if I'd hit that pylon with my corpse of a ship falling through the air, it would have been destroyed and that would have been the level. But unfortunately... Oh, really? One shot? Alright, whatever. Whatever. I lost time, but I was miles ahead, so it's not an issue. Moff Siren's Revenge. I have lost a couple of runs on this level, believe it or not. Ouch. I lost a lot of time. Okay. This level is really straightforward. Kill every single enemy on the map, spawn the boss, kill the boss. It does not get any easier than that. This level could use some more routing. I think I've got a pretty solid route, but I haven't really done any testing. It was kind of just, it kind of just happened one day, and I've kind of done the same route ever since. It feels fast, like it feels pretty solid, but the big issue is that there's no real competition. There are other runners. But most of them do individual levels. For some reason, none of them are running this level. I don't know why. But yeah, this is not a popular level to run for some reason. I think there's a lot of time to be saved here though. I think if people were running this level, I think people would be getting really fast times compared to what they've got at the moment. Man, that TIE fighter is always in the same position because I take the same route every time I do this level, and I still get surprised by it somehow. Like, I don't know if I forget or what, but I somehow always forget that it's there. I'm feeling good about this though. This is feeling fast. Faster than I normally am. And if I'm right, there are 2 more TIE fighters. Assuming that this has gone the way that it usually goes. Yep. Is that it? Nope, 1 more. That's above me. The tricky thing about levels like this is that the AI can actually get kills for you. So sometimes there'll be give or take 1 or more TIE fighters left alive just because the AI can be inconsistent. Unfortunately, I didn't die during the level, and I know that sounds weird, but that means I don't have any Seeker Cluster missiles. That might work for me, because I might... Never mind. I can save time there if I can kill the boss faster, but I usually die and get missiles back, and use the missiles to kill the boss faster, so... You've actually got to hit the boss with the missiles, though. Okay, I got him. That's good. That felt fast. That felt fast. Am I going crazy? No, that was fast. That might be... I think that is a gold split. And then finally, the last level. The very best level. Look at that gold split. Oh, that feels good. I love this level for one reason, and it's because it's the V-Wing level. This is the level when you finally get the V-Wing for a default vehicle, and beating this level unlocks the V-Wing. So it's this super OP vehicle in this level that kind of teaches you how to use the vehicle, and it's just fun to play. There is a vehicle that's faster at this level, but unfortunately there's a major glitch that affects that particular vehicle in this level, which is incredibly unfortunate. It's the Naboo Starfighter. This level is faster with the Naboo Starfighter than it is with the V-Wing, but if you're using the Naboo Starfighter in the second area of this level, your bullets only go a couple of meters in front of your ship before disappearing. Which means that you can't kill the TIE fighters unless you're... Excuse me, if you're hitting them point blank range. Which sucks, obviously. So the only way to do this level and make it RTA safe, or in other words, to do it in a full game run, is to do it with the suboptimal vehicle, which is really unfortunate, but it's the world we live in. Ouch. In any case, I'm feeling really good about this run. Like this level in particular. I did practice it a few times today, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm really doing well at the moment. Okay, here we go. Last World Devastator. Last legs propulsion jets. Last one. Alright. Last TIE fighters. Here we go. Wow, this could be sub 55. If it is, that would be insane. I didn't even think I was going to get sub 55. Like, I thought I might shave off, 30 seconds, but I really could. I'm not hitting any of these today, but that's okay, because I have 4 Seeker Cluster missiles, so... time to use them. Yeah, that was a good shot. As was that.
Weapons malfunction.
Is that it? No, one more. That's it. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be sub 55. It's gonna be sub 55. Yes! Yes! No way! That was a 58-second save over the previous world record. That's amazing! That's amazing! Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even think I was gonna... Oh, I knew I was gonna get a world record, but sub 55? After I got sub 56 yesterday? Oh, that's awesome. I'm thrilled. I'm really thrilled. That's so great. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm trying to think of where I made mistakes. I died in Battle Above Talaran. That was a big one. Yeah, the Jade Moon wasn't as fast as it could have been, I think, looking at the times. Oh, Rescue on Kessel. I died on Rescue on Kessel. Can save time there. Overall, that's pretty good.